trendsetter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than African Broadcasting Network (ABN) will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
10039 Business Street, Suite 338, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 346-426-5650 or 832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
Well, life to you may be different from life to me. The way I see life most of the time is different from the way you see life. Sometimes life is good. Other times, well, maybe not so good. And this is why many times we need someone to talk to, someone to listen to us without judging us. And this is a program that is designed exactly for that purpose, where we can talk, chat, laugh, and sometimes cry together. Come on, let's talk over our matters. Let's discuss the matters of life and find solutions together. This is Eshman. Our program is now going to be on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. I need you to join in. We need to talk together. You will have the opportunity to call in, ask questions, discuss matters that concern your heart, and I guarantee you, you'll be glad that you talked. I'll be waiting on you Tuesday, and on Wednesday, and on Thursday. Eshman will be waiting for you.
Hey guys, my name is Shino Ayo Oyinlola, and I'm trying to let you know that ABN TV do live stream events. Do you have any event coming up? Do you want somebody to do that for you? Live stream your event either to your own portal or to ABN TV Direct. Call on us now, 346-426-5650, 346-426-5650. We'll be glad to help you out. Thank you.
Hello everyone, and always good to know that you're there. Good evening from here. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and I'm so happy to know that you're there. Well, how's your day been? Mine has been good. Believe it or not, every day is a good day, and regardless of whatever comes our way, we see life from the positive side. I am so happy to know that you're there. Now, don't forget that this is a family program. And it's not about me alone. We just want to see positive vibes in homes. And you need to help a lot. The way we handle the program shouldn't be you're just listening and that is it. We all must be ready to love, to share, to tell other people about the program, because people have issues in their families that they would like to hear things about, talk about, and find solutions for. Whatever your relationship is, do your best to make it work. If you have to beg, beg. If you have to spend money, spend money. If you have to call on others to step in, call them to step in. You know why? You're better as a single parent living long than to die young in the name of love. Domestic violence is a major problem in our society. And according to Houston Horizon that I read, there's this figure that is staggering and very scary. In year 2021, 204 people died in the name of love. 204 people were killed in Texas alone in the name of love. That's not a very good thing to hear. And so domestic violence is a major issue. Usually the big news is when someone has killed someone and someone has destroyed someone, someone has maimed someone. Those are the things we hear. But there are things that come in before the big story. Those things are the things I like to talk about on my show. If we can address them, if we can correct them, maybe people will live longer. Maybe people will live happier in their families. Now, don't forget that this show is brought to you by BSA Procurement and Logistics. Now, shipping is a business, and they would like to ship your goods for you. Whatever goods there are, it could be small, it could be big, they would like to do that for you. Shipping is done every Thursday from United States to Nigeria, and every Thursday from Nigeria to the United States. It usually takes between 7 to 10 working days for your goods to land wherever you're sending them to. It's Christmas period, and this is a period where goods move up and down. Hey, take the advantage of this good time and talk to BSA Procurement and Logistics, and they'll be glad to move your goods for you. Tonight's topic is very weighty, and I am not discussing it alone. I have a guest in the house to discuss it with me. It's a major question on the lips of most people, most parents, most pastors, most spiritual leaders, most people that have seen. Why do good girls fall into the hands of bad guys? You too, you must have heard that kind of a question before. That is what we're trashing tonight. But before we go ahead, please, I cannot overemphasize the fact that domestic violence is a major issue, and you and I will have to work hard to make sure it is reduced to the barest minimum. Do me a favor, those of you on YouTube, on Facebook, don't just watch and keep to yourself. Let's share this. You may think it's just for you alone, but there's someone that needs what we are saying tonight more than you. Just like Bola said last night when she called in, she said she has shared these to somebody else. If you would do your society some good, why don't you share this as well to somebody else? That way, it keeps spreading and it becomes viral. Very soon, I'll go on a break. And when I come back, I will introduce my guest. But I want you to ponder on the question tonight. Why do good girls fall into the hands of bad guys? It's a major question. I'm not trashing it alone. Myself, my guest, and you, we will be doing justice to that question tonight. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and I'll see you at the other side of the divide.
BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. Ship to USA from Niger, or ship from Niger to USA, and also to Canada. Individual, small business, corporate establishments, and African stores and restaurants. Ship anything at all. USA office 12455 Westpac Drive, Suite H15, Houston, Texas 77082. Telephone 832-614-8984 or 281-741-4829. Email info@bsaprologservice.com or www.bsaprologservice.com. BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. You are the reason we exist. Being a #1 in authentic African cuisine has made us not to stop dishing out the best to our customers. Check out some of our delicacies in African food today. We also cater for both indoor and outdoor parties. Finger Licking Restaurant 2.0. Check our all-day coffee tea spots out. Open on Sunday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday to Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We deliver with Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Drop Off. Finger Licking 2.0, 98178 Business Street, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 713-270-7070. Come for an authentic African cuisine.
Àánú Olúwa African Store níbi tí a ti ń ta oúnjẹ Áfíríkà lóníkan òjọ̀kan, iṣu, ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀, èlùbọ́, gààrí tọ́kan tó wọ̀nyí, ẹja tútù, ẹja gbígbẹ, pọ̀nmọ́, panla, ẹ̀fọ́ lóríṣiríṣi. Bẹ́ẹ̀ la ní àwọn ohun èròjà inú ọbẹ̀ tiwantiwa tó pójú owó, epo pupa, tìmáàtì, atarodo, sọ̀m̀bọ̀, tàǹtàṣé, irú, ògìrì, àwọn ìrẹsì tiwantiwa. Bó ń fẹ́ ọ̀fadà, ó rí níbẹ̀. Àánú Olúwa African Store wọ́n ń bá ní ṣe oúnjẹ tẹ́ ẹ bá ní ṣíṣe. Oúnjẹ wọn dùn ó pójú owó, wọ́n ń ṣe home delivery fún ẹni tí ó bá lè wá. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó fẹ́ ra àwọn ohun èlò ẹwà ara tàbí ohun èlò ẹwà orí obìnrin, báàgì ìléwọ́, weave-on, jewelry, bàtà, aṣọ Áfíríkà, wọ́n ń ṣe ẹwà irun orí fún àwọn obìnrin. Gbogbo ohun èròjà tí ẹbí rẹ nílò ni wọ́n ń tà níbẹ̀, bó jẹ́ tọkùnrin, bó jẹ́ tobìnrin, àti tàwọn èwe pẹ̀lú. Àánú Olúwa African Store wà ní number 4917 Highway 36 South Suite B, Rosenborg, Texas 77471. Tí ẹ bá ń fẹ́ ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé, ẹ pè Janet lórí aago torun 832-858-6453 tàbí 832-858-6455. Máa gbénú Amẹ́ríkà ló nǹkan Áfíríkà. Àánú Olúwa African Store ló nìyẹn, ìrọ̀rùn ló bá dé.
Dr. Gojuku Okoroafo and members of All Saints Anglican Church, Houston, Texas, cordially invite you to their 2022 Harvest of Joy Annual Harvest Thanksgiving Bazaar and Raffle Draw of 2022 Mercedes-Benz. It's a good thing to give thanks to our God. This is the time to give thanks to Almighty God. Join us on Sunday, 6th of November 2022, 10:30 a.m. at All Saints Anglican Church, 13403 Rain Road, Houston, Texas 77083. This event is going to be live coverage. Buy your raffle ticket for $20 and win 2022 Benz CLA 250. Call friends, family, and well-wishers to be part of this. Signed, Lady Judith Nwokore, Secretary, Affairs Committee, Sir Alex Charam, Chairman, Affairs Committee, and Sir Chidioke Ojiato, announcer. When it comes to eating African food like you are in Africa, don't just call for jollof rice. Ask for Greens and Solid jollof rice, Greens and Solid fried rice, Greens and Solid ewa going, Greens and Solid porridge yam, babambari reni, Greens and Solid amala on point. Begri atewedu lórí àmàlà tó fẹ́lẹ́ tó ń gbóná fẹ́lẹ́fẹ́lẹ́ with your choice of meat or fish. Roundabout ni, abọ́dí, ṣàkì ní àbẹ́dọ̀, ẹja aláràn lẹ́nfẹ́ ni, àbí croaker, bó sì jẹ́ tilapia ni, gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà lọ́dọ̀ tiwa. At Greens and Solid amala on point, just give us few minutes to prepare what you order and boom! You have it exactly as it is pictured. Grace and Solid amala on point. 11134 Highway 6 South, Sugarland, Texas 77498, Suite 216, or Grace and Solid amala on point at 12306 Bichno Street, Houston, Texas 77072, inside the Shell gas station. Telephone 832-295-3570 or cell phone 832-692-0465. Greens and Solids on Facebook, Greens and Solids on Instagram, or www.food@greenandsolid.com. Food as it is in Africa. Greens and Solid amala on point. See you there.
You're welcome back. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and it's so good to know that you're there. Tonight, like I said, we're discussing why do good girls fall into the hands of bad guys. Over time, a lot of parents would have raised their girls in a good way. Oh yes, particularly in every family, the boys sometimes are allowed to just run free, sometimes. But for the girls, it's always a closer look in bringing them up. And most of the time, every parent will expect that the good works that they've done will show. Or at the end of the day, they'll be happy that their good girls would end up in the hands of good guys. But that's not always the story. There are so many girls that have gone to their early graves because they married the wrong people or because they got involved in the wrong guys. Sometimes I don't even know who to blame. Could it be the guys that found them or the girls that allowed themselves to be found? Whichever way, the big question tonight before us is, why do good girls fall into the hands of bad guys? I am not discussing this alone tonight. I have a pretty lady right beside me that we're going to be discussing it together. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest tonight, Miss Naquisha Stanley. All right. Miss Naquisha Stanley is going to be discussing this matter with me tonight. Naquisha, how are you?
I'm great.
All right, good to know that you're there. And viewers, if you don't want to call the full name Naquisha, you can simply call her Miss what?
Q.
Just simply Q. All right. Naquisha Stanley. All right, she'll be good. Already there are calls. I've not even opened the phone lines, but calls are coming in. Very soon I'll be opening the phone lines, okay? And thank you to the person that is already calling. Yes, Naquisha. I need you to, let's try our best to address this. I don't know if we can truly do justice to it tonight. Why do good girls fall into the hands of bad guys?
Well, one reason is women are attracted to looks and money, especially the younger women. Like when you're younger, you're just attracted to a guy, looks and how much money he have, and you're not really paying attention or focused on his qualities and his characters and stuff like that.
Ooh. Is that true about most girls? I mean, girls in the house, you really need to tell me. Because what you're saying is that most of the time, you pay attention to the looks and to the pockets.
Yep.
Right? So the character seems to be like at the burner, the back burner rather. Right? Is this true about most girls?
Yes. But as a woman gets older, then she start wanting, like she pay attention to the characters. But other than that, you be attracted to the looks, the money, and if the man is like really wanted by a lot of women, typically the woman wants the guy that everyone wants. No one wants the guy that nobody wants.
No one wants the guy that nobody wants.
Yeah, they look at the nice guys as being lame or something.
What is the definition of the guys that nobody wants?
Like the guy that's typical, more boring, he's more chill, like he really don't have much going on.
He don't
like
drink?
No women, is chasing after him or anything.
Oh, wow. Are you saying girls will like the guys that other girls are chasing after?
Yes, that's how, it naturally works. That's how it is.
That's like you want to marry a player.
But sometimes the player guys don't present themselves as players.
Yes.
They present themselves as nice. They sweep you off your feet. They're really nice in the beginning to you. And then after that, you notice that they like a player and they change. Their behavior change.
Tell me, Naquisha, a guy that does not drink, he does not smoke, he does not go to clubs, he's just a very gentle guy. Is that an attractive guy?
Not for many. He's typically boring. Like the bad guys are more fun. They're exciting.
Wow.
Females are attracted to like the thrill, and we love spontaneous man.
Whoa.
So you never know what you're gonna get with the bad guy. You always know what you're gonna get with the good guy. Like he's just standard, strict.
What you are telling me is that a lot of ladies will by themselves get the bad guys. I'm not, of course, drinking and all those things does not really qualify you a bad guy. We're looking at serious characteristics that will lead to domestic violence and things like that. However, there are some things that will give you a sign that, look, this guy may not be as good as I thought, but he's not boring. He has money. He's fun to be with. Would you go for that kind of a guy?
In my younger days, I did not. I was like worried about the wrong stuff. I was worried about looks and money. But as I got older, I started going for the more of the family-oriented guy, the one that treats me nice and stuff like that. So with age come maturity. So your likes and everything change when you get older.
All right. That's a good one. Very soon I'm going to be opening the phone lines, and I expect people to step into it with us. But then, I may want to ask you this. This is a very direct question. You're going to look into the camera and answer. All right?
Okay.
Nakwisha, between love and money, which will you go for first?
Money.
In case you didn't hear what she said she would go for the money. Now, most people will go for the money. At the end of the day, they find out that it's not all about money.
Yeah.
At what point can they retrace their steps? Is it possible to retrace their steps?
Of course. It's
I mean,
always
he's a money
possible.
bag, but he slapped you the first time.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it's always possible to get out of situations that no longer serve you. So you can always retrace your steps and go date someone else.
Now you're married now.
You married?
Yeah.
Well, marriage is kind of harder to get out of, but I would advise any female that's in an abusive relationship to get away. Whether you're married or not, get out of the relationship.
So would you advise your sister to marry the boring guy? It's just a question.
Yes, because they can make the relationship fun. You know.
Now, those of you listening, being quiet does not make a guy a good guy, right? He could be quiet and as quiet as a wild lion, right? Pretending to be quiet, and the bad stuff could come out later.
Yeah.
Now, the fact that a guy is also fun to be with, he loves fun, does not make him a bad guy. You need to study the character of whoever you are with. Now, before I open the phone lines, Nakwisha, what are the characteristics of a bad guy? What are the things you see that will show you, that will give you the red flag that no, this is a bad guy?
Okay, so a bad guy is typically toxic. He's probably abusive, controlling, he cheats, he has many different women, he lies. Yeah. So sometimes he can present himself as like this perfect man, but then he'll start changing on you and become someone like, who is this person that you never known?
Wow. And so at the end of the day, in every family, there would always be the bad guy. Somehow, every family seems to have what they call the black sheep.
Yes.
Who will marry them? Or who should marry them?
The black sheep?
Yeah.
Are you saying like the black sheep?
The guy now
bad?
that is bad. Yeah. Who should marry them?
I don't know who should marry them because they bad, so I don't know.
But
maybe a bad girl.
but the good girls end up in their traps.
You know what attracts why good girls end up with bad guys? Because good girls typically have a good heart. Some of them are naive, they're very caring, and good girls are healing people. Okay. So they're attracted to people that they can heal or that they think that they can fix.
Okay. Now I'm going to open the phone lines, right? And we'll keep talking, all right? Because I have this other burning question I was going to ask you. All right, 346-426-5650. 336-456-3800. One more time, 346-426-5650, 336-456-3800. You can join us in the discussion, and the lines are opened right now. Please call in and let's hear what you think. But then the question I really would want to ask you, my viewers, all right, which would you go for? Or which would you advise you go for? I already have a caller, and let's just quickly pick that call. Good evening. This is Shine Life Matters with Eshman. Who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from?
My name is Tola from Houston.
All right. You're welcome.
Eshman, good evening, Miss Q.
Yes.
Good evening. Yes.
Good.
I can say I'll totally disagree with you.
Okay.
Because you never can tell who a bad guy is.
Yeah.
When a guy wants a woman, they can go extra mile to do whatever they want to do to get that person. Because they can pretend to be nice. And at the end of the day, you just fall into their hands. And later you find out that he's a bad person.
Yes.
But some, you think they are bad, and they might not be bad. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you clubbing, you talk too much or something does not make you bad, or your look does not make you bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on the heart, you know?
Yep.
So when you say bad guys or should go out with bad girls, how do you even know who is a bad girl?
Okay.
You know? You may not really know, because this character is not something that you're gonna say out there, except you get close to that person. If you don't get close to somebody, you don't know who that person is.
Right.
Are there no signs of a bad person? I mean, I want you to be very square with me.
Before you get the sign,
Yes.
you would have gone into that relationship or get close. You might not even be in a relationship. Maybe you're friends.
Okay.
From being friends, you see some traits and you'll be like, let me back off from this person. You understand?
Okay.
But if you don't calm down to see, you might not even see the signs.
So what you're saying is that it's difficult to know who a good person is or who a bad person is from beginning.
It is, because it's not written on the face.
Well, are you sure? I just want to know. Were you not told? Most of our parents would have told us, when you see a guy that is doing this, that doing that, is a bad person. All right? Is it hard to hide your true nature? Is it that high? I mean, that hard? Because you said he could pretend. Is it possible for someone to hide his nature so well that you won't even know? You're already dating. You've gone into this relationship like months. Is it so easy to hide someone's nature that you wouldn't know he's a bad guy?
But you know, sometimes the person you call bad might not be bad at the beginning.
Okay.
He might be a nice person. And sometimes you never can tell. The lady might push the guy to be bad.
That's true. Okay.
You know, if the lady is toxic and everything, you don't even know, and the guy will be like, oh, she's nagging every day, she's misbehaving and all that, the guy tends to become a changed person.
Yeah, guys will change.
Yeah. So most times, the lady adds to it too.
Okay. Before you go, I'm going to ask you this hot question that I asked her. What will you go for? Love or money?
Well, it's not about money. It's about if you love somebody, if you care for somebody.
Okay.
Before the love comes in.
Okay.
It has to be, you care for that person, you have passion for the person.
Okay.
Before you even talk about money.
So what will you go for? Love or money?
When you look at the generation, it's quite different.
Okay.
The older generation, they don't care if you have money or you don't have money. You understand? They go with the vibes. They marry who they care for, who they love. You
Okay.
understand? But this generation that we have now, they tend to go with money and material things.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's quite different if you look at it different ways.
Okay. Okay.
What I see in a man to go for him might not be, is not money. You understand? I just want my peace of mind. I want to be comfortable with somebody I'm with. I want to be happy.
All right.
Some people, because of the material things and money, you go for it, and at the end of the day, you don't know. It's not everything that glitters is gold.
That's good. You're right. You're right about that. All right. Thank you very much. I mean, you've made a lot of impact tonight, and I really appreciate you. I do hope you'll call again and again. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Nakwisha, before I go on break, I was going to ask you. Now, let's be very sincere with ourselves. This next question is a bit hard, but I want us to be very truthful. I'm hoping that, okay, I already have another call, so I'll just pick it before I ask my next question. Good evening. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. Who am I speaking with?
Good evening. This is Benga.
Benga from New York. Good evening. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, I mean, this question for today is kind of more, is directed more for the women, but I also just want to point out something that I noticed, There's something we call willful blindness as well.
Willful blindness?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Because I know a lot of people who have experienced this thing. Yeah, and since we are talking about from the marriage perspective, I don't believe you marry someone you met maybe yesterday or 2 days ago,
Okay.
You must have been in some sort of relationship for some sort of time before you decide to get married and all of that. I will say this from maybe not necessarily experience, but people I know. A lot of the time, these toxic traits usually show.
Okay.
But we try, people, especially in this condition, they see these things, but they try to weigh the pros and cons, and they decide, I think I can live with this, and this I decide I can't live with. And a lot of the time, we find out because there's some sort of emotion, some sort of love involved, we tend to ignore some of all these signs that are glaring. Do you understand? For example, you can't say, you can't say because someone drinks or someone smokes, the person is a bad person. But you might have seen the person, the person lashed out at another driver, maybe in traffic. You're driving through traffic, someone drives crazy, and you see the person is really, really agitated and angry and he's trying to and things like that. So all these things are small signs and pointers, but we tend to ignore this. No, he's just angry at someone in traffic. In fact, the person in traffic was the one that was at fault. When you ignore the fact that this person might, these traits with them would come out more prominent much longer down the line in a relationship.
You're so right.
So, there are so many of these things as well that we tend to. I talked about the first time I called about the relationship I was in.
Yes.
Initially, that I ended up eating the rocks. I'm not going to lie. I saw some of the traits in this lady.
Okay.
I saw someone that always wanted a man to look in a particular way, dress in a particular way, regardless of his purse. Whether I could afford it or not. She always admired people that lived above their means. That was already a toxic trait that I felt, don't worry, she understands that we are both students, and less than 1 year into the relationship, I realized she didn't care about the students, she just cared about someone that had money.
Yes.
Down the line, a lot of time we mature, like she said rightly, then you realize these things are secondary things now. I want peace of mind. That is an afterthought.
Did you overlook those traits of hers? Those traits you saw, did you overlook them?
Yes, I did, because I saw them. I knew from the get-go that these things are there, but I decided I'm going to ignore these things,
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably one of those things. Which woman doesn't like a man looking good? Which woman doesn't like a man looking nice? I thought about it in general perspective. But then after I met someone else who was also, every woman wants her husband to look good or a man to look good.
Naturally.
I met someone else and I realized she from a different perspective. Yes, I want you to look good, but you don't have to look expensive.
That's
you
right.
don't have to look above your means. You can look good with a $20 t-shirt as different from a guy with a $500 t-shirt. As long as the shirt looks nice, you don't look dirty, you don't smell nice, you're good looking, you present yourself, you speak properly. It's better than wearing a $500 t-shirt that looks like a rag. It takes maturity to identify some of all these things, and a lot of compromise as well in some sort of standards that you've already created in your mind for yourself.
Okay.
So that's my little observation. I'm not a woman, and I'm speaking from my
Benga, you've actually said a lot, and you touched on my next question. I really appreciate you. Keep watching, and I expect you to please call us again and again on our shows, upcoming shows. Thank you very much, Benga. Laquisha,
Yes.
he said it in passing, and I'm going to ask you, why do girls ignore the signs when they see them?
Okay.
I want us to be very realistic. The reason why we're discussing this tonight is because too many girls have been killed. And that's a fact. In 1 year, 204 people killed in the name of love. Why do they ignore the sign? Like he said, you're driving in traffic and your boyfriend is so mad at the other person, the road rage and things like that, and you're saying, yeah, but he's a good guy to me. Why do people ignore those signs?
Because the woman in the beginning, he was good, you know. So the woman, she held on to his good quality. She remembered the goodness in him. And if she's a woman with a good heart, you know, she would try to love him through his bad times, his flaws, thinking that she can change him one day.
Why would you think you can change a man? Viewers, I need you to call in and let me know. What, a fully grown man, not a boy, not a teenager, and you hope you can change. Have you seen why people lead themselves to their own deaths? You understand? If you dated a guy that threatened to kill another guy right in your presence, that's a big sign. Now, he's not threatening you. He's not even going to touch you for anything. He's not going to be physical with you. But you saw him, heard him threatening to kill another guy. Is that a major sign?
That could be a sign that, yes. That
Did you say that could be a sign, or that is definitely a sign?
No, because you don't know their relationship, the person that he was threatening to kill. Just because, like, he's saying he want to harm this person don't necessarily mean he'll do it to you.
Okay.
But it could be a sign that he has a short temper and a violent personality.
All right. So the truth of the matter is that these signs are always there. And I'm posting the questions to you, my viewers. Why are these signs ignored? To what purpose? If there are signs that you know you cannot live with, why do you ignore them? Now, you haven't married a guy and he comes home drunk the first time, the second time, and you don't like this. Should you continue with that relationship? I just use that as an example.
You should talk to him about it and hold him accountable for it. And if he don't change, then yes, you should make the decision that's best for you.
All right. Now, the phone lines are still open: 342-656-503-36456-3800. I need you to call in and let us know, one, which will you go for, the love or the money? Two, why do people ignore the signs that are there? These signs are always hidden somewhere. Before you would marry someone, you would have dated for some time, right? And during your courtship, there are signs that you know are not good. Why do people ignore those signs? Miss Nakwisha is saying, okay, yeah, he threatened somebody else, and you know he's not going to hurt you or harm you. Someone that is threatening someone else to kill someone else, do you think that person is capable of killing? I need you to call in and step into this matter. Miss Nakwisha,
Yes.
Miss Q, so I don't bite my tongue. I was going to ask you, I want to sound like our parents now.
Okay.
You understand? Training up a child. Please tell me the truth, based on what they've told us. Where do the bad guys go? Before you answer, I have another caller, and I'll quickly pick it. Good evening. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes. Have you been listening to the program?
Yes.
Who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from, please?
My name is Tai Eshman.
Okay. There's a call on the other phone. Please, the new caller, give me a second. I will get back to you. Please call me back, the new caller. Yes, Tai Eshman. Go ahead. What do you think? Go ahead, ma.
Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Today is the first time I'm listening to this program. I just bumped in, and it's actually very, very good.
Thank
You're
you.
doing a good job.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And we come up every Tuesday, every Wednesday, and every Thursday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's a family show, so make sure that you're always here. So the question tonight is, why do... Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. I think the reason why some girls ignore,
Yes.
why they ignore, I met you asking that question. I think
Yes.
one of the reasons why they ignore those signs,
Yes.
let me say blindfoldedness.
Okay.
Yeah. right now. That's what matters. Don't want to give it a second thought or think something may happen in the future.
Yes.
So it starts, to me, from my own point of view, I may say number one is not thinking deep.
Not
Number
thinking
two,
deep, yes.
is carnality.
Carnality.
Because when you, yes, if you don't want to be carnal, everything is spiritual anyway. The spiritual controls the physical.
Yes.
Whatever religion you are doing, I hope I'm right.
Yes.
I stand to be correct. So when one is just looking at what you are seeing physically,
Yes.
you don't want to another sort of pray about it. You just think that this is what you want, this is it. Whatever comes in the future doesn't matter.
My new caller, please hold on. Give me a second, my new caller. Yes.
So I think it would be better for us to think deep and to pray, and what like the moderator said.
Yes.
Like the moderator said the other time, when you see a sign and you ignore it, definitely it's going to backfire.
Yes, I
Somebody
really.
is threatening to kill. Someday it's going to kill you.
I
wound somebody.
Good. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Make sure you call again and again, okay? Good evening. This is Shine Life Matters with Eshman. Who am I speaking with and where are you calling from?
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Ben.
Hey, Ben. Thank you for calling. Always good to hear your voice.
Yeah,
So, Ben, quickly go straight to the point.
Okay, straight to the point. I think most of the signs we talk about, when people are dating, in a relationship, cutting like they call it, some of these signs are actually not visible. I think in a relationship, there are certain stages that progress and certain signs tend to, show up at certain stages. It's just like when the both of you are in a relationship, not married, there's a certain sign that a man would display, in a boyfriend and a girl, like we know it all. Then when there's marriage, there are certain signs that come along with that too.
That's right. That's right.
Then when they are together, after marriage, certain signs come too. After children, certain signs come too. These are all
different stages, different signs.
Yeah, there are different stages and different signs. There's a way a man might act when the both of you are cutting. He might not act like that, when you guys are married.
Okay.
There's a way a man might act when you guys are married. He might not act like that when children comes. So these are different stages, and we can actually not predict, because there are instances where people have children, for instance, and all of a sudden the man starts staying out late, maybe because he just doesn't like being around children. And even some men, they don't even know that, they don't like kids, and maybe because the kids are disturbing them. Nobody can actually predict that kind of sign, except, I understand you might try to notice it maybe when you spot you. Some of these things are difficult to notice. So I think it's just, I would say it's just
yes, I mean, you're a man of great wisdom, and I really love the way you have itemized this point. I didn't even think about it this way. But before I let you go, only one thing I want you to say, or to answer rather, I beg your pardon. A man that shows so much anger issue right beside you, is that not a warning sign? You're not married yet, but is throwing so much tantrum, destroying things even when angry. Is that not a warning sign?
Well, if you are fortunate to find out about some of these signs that are not revealed at all times, well, if you are fortunate to see some of it even from the beginning of a relationship, then you should be glad, and it's either you make the decision to go in or to walk out.
All right.
But at least it's good if you know before you go in, because you're actually lucky, because some of these signs you just cannot see it.
All right. Miss Key, you want to say hello to Ben? He's one of our regular customers.
Oh, hi, Ben.
Regular callers.
You had some great points there.
Thank you. You guys are doing a great job.
Oh, thank you.
So much.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ben, and I hope you'll call again next week. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll go on a very short break, and when we come back, okay, my producer just told me that we should continue. People are enjoying the program, and so we're going to continue. Someone was trying to call me while I was talking. You can go ahead and call right now. The lines are still opened. We're continuing with the program. 346-426-5650. 336-456-3800. Okay, I'll go on that short break right now. When we return, we'll pick your calls.
àlélógún ni ó àdúrà àti àwẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe wa lọ́dọọdún Dagunduro 2022 21 days prayers and fasting bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ọjọ́ kọkànlélọ́gbọ̀n oṣù kẹwàá títí di ogúnjọ́ oṣù kọkànlá 2022 ìpàdé àdúrà yóò máa wáyé láago 6 ìrọ̀lẹ́ lójoojúmọ́ ní gbọ̀ngàn ilé ìjọsìn Dagunduro tó wà ní nọ́mbà 8001 South Keku Road Suite A and B opposite library Houston, Texas 77072. Ipò àti ìríjú tí Jésù ó lò ní bàbá wa Apostle Henry Odeneye àti àwọn ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run mìíràn. Àkànṣe làdúrà àti ààwẹ̀ ọlọ́jọ́ mọ́kànlélógún tọdún yìí pẹ̀lú ìwé àdúrà tó lé ní ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀rin kókó over 700 prayer point book fún ìtúsílẹ̀ kúrò lọ́wọ́ agbára òkùnkùn àti ti Sátánì. Tí ẹ bá ń fẹ́ ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé ẹ pè Apostle Henry Odeneye lórí aago 713-231-3278. Ìwọ náà kópa nínú ààwẹ̀ àti àdúrà tọdún yìí. Ògùn aṣẹ́ èdè ajá ìwọ náà ó sì jẹ́rìí ayọ̀ sí agbára Ọlọ́run. Jésù lolúwa.
Are you in Houston area and you need luxury style space, beautiful and elegant? Chairs, tables, furnitures, Asian design, high stage for celebrants, large free garage parking for guests. Wets Block Event Hall is all you need. Weddings, receptions, conference, baby showers, birthdays, graduations, rehearsal dinners, corporate meetings, trade shows, fashion shows, album or book launches. You can design and decorate any special event. Free appointment for a free quote. Check us out 7636 Allen Drive, Suite A115, Houston, Texas 77036 or 5711 Ecroft Avenue, Suite A1A, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 832-351-0993 713-969-0362. westblog@gmail.com or at www.westblog.com. Planning, decorations, and distinctions in stock. Think Westblog for your next.
Call them so you can tell them that it's it.
You're welcome back to Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. A lot of you sent me chats and text messages, particularly on Facebook. I appreciate you. Bynum, thank you very much. You said signs are not actually important to some guys. You're right in your own right, and I give you that. However, the signs are the signals whether you should continue with a relationship or no. Don't forget Bynum. And to all of you that responded, time will not permit me to mention one by one, but I promise you I'm going to put it all together, and on our next show we'll address a lot of your concerns. Now, don't forget Bynum that the main issue that brought us here is the issue of domestic violence. How to reduce it as much as possible. Before a guy would turn a girl to a punching bags, the girl must have seen some things before now that she ignored. So I'm still here with Naquisha.
Yeah.
Yes. At what point does it get physical between a man and a woman? When I say physical, ugly, beating themselves, I would always support the woman. All right?
Yes.
Yes. 100%. Well, not 100%. Most of the time, I will support the woman. So at what point does it get that ugly that they will go physical with themselves?
I don't know at what point, but the first point is they get verbally abusive. and emotionally abusive. So that's like the first signs before they get physically abusive.
All right.
And some women don't notice the red flags right away, especially if they grew up in toxic households themselves. So it can look normal to them. A bad guy behavior can look normal to them.
Wow. Yes, you're right about that. Now, does that mean that, and I wish those of you on Facebook, I see your comments. Thank you, Julius Esho. You just posted something as well. I appreciate all of you. Now, here is my next question. Miss Q, you're likely to answer. I wish my Facebook people can also call in, find a way to call in. We have a call already, and let's speak it, then I will ask my next question. This is Shine Life Matters with Eshman. Good evening.
Hi, good evening, Eshman.
Good evening. Oh, Miriam.
Yeah, Miriam.
It's been a while, Miriam. Good to have you back. Yes, for the sake of time, go straight to the point, Miriam.
Well, I'm going to say sometimes you can't even tell who a bad guy is until you're committed. Like, you're asking a question, there's always a sign for you to know if the person is a bad guy or not. But I will tell you this, some guys out there, they don't really show the stuff they're made of until you're committed.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know. Some guys are like that. Like, they'll be so cool till you commit yourself. And once you committed, they will now show their true self, which you can. You might be at the point of you can't turn back no more. You know. So, and like she just said, she mentioned something like, when do they get physical? How do you know? She's right about that. Like, they start by using the abusive words,
Yes.
altering your emotions and stuff like that.
Yes.
So that's
Miriam, let me ask you straight. At that point of verbal abuse, being verbally abusive, right? Do you advise a lady to see that as a very red flag and exit herself at that point? Or do you think she should forge ahead hoping that there will be a change? What do you recommend?
Well, for me, what I'm going to say is, I would say be alerted. You don't have to exit. Sometimes a situation might warrant such thing, and probably the person might not really mean to be, you know, there are some men that they never thought they could raise their hand and beat a girl or a woman, you know.
Yes.
But I would just say, if anything of such should happen in a relationship, just be alerted. Don't play.
Miss Q.
Like, be ready for anything.
Yes, Miriam. Miss Q.
Because when you have that in your head, you would always count. Like, this is getting like everyday stuff.
Okay.
You know, okay.
Before you go, Miriam, I need you to hear from Miss Q.
Yes.
What do you think? At the verbal, do you think that's the time she should exit, or she should wait for the physical abuse? What do you think? She feels that Miriam feels that no, don't go at the verbal. What do you think? Go ahead.
What I feel is that you should teach people how to treat you. So if you don't like the way he talks to you, you address it and hold him accountable. Then if it becomes a regular thing, an everyday thing, and you don't like it, then, you know, do what makes you happy ultimately and leave.
I agree with that.
Miriam, before you go, here is what I think. And to everybody listening to me out there, Q, I want you to also hear this. This is what I think. Sometimes the first punch may be the only punch that will kill the lady. I will say that again. Sometimes the first punch may be the only punch that will kill the lady. Why would you wait till that time? Miriam, I'm sorry, I have to let you go now. Let me quickly pick one last call before I call it a night.
Thank you, Miriam.
Thank you very much, Miriam.
Thank you. Bye. Good night.
Yeah. Share Life Matters with Eshman. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes. Go ahead, for time's sake. Who am I speaking with and where are you calling from?
Oh, Felicia is my name.
Felicia. Always good to hear your voice in the studio, Felicia. I have barely 4 minutes, so go ahead, Felicia, and shoot. I quickly will acknowledge everybody.
Yeah. Somebody wanted to Good evening, Eshman.
Good evening. Good evening. Who am I speaking with now?
This is Ramon.
Hey, Ramon. Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You're doing a good job there. We appreciate the work you're doing, sir.
Thank you very much, Ramon. I really appreciate you. Quickly, Ramon, I want you to address it. At what point do you see signs that you are in a dangerous relationship? And what are those signs and what should you do as a lady?
I believe when what the man does not used to do before, he starts doing it.
Okay.
I believe that should be a signal. And you watch for a while, and if it persists, I believe you should be thinking of an option.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Because your life is important.
Yes.
Wow. That's a very powerful word. All right. Unfortunately, Rahman, time has gone now. You know, one thing I don't know how to do on this program, Q, time keeps going so fast. So I do hope you'll call on Tuesday, all right? Thank you, Felicia. Thank you, Rahman. And I hope to hear from you, all right?
Have a good night.
You have a final word? We got to round up. What advice do you have for ladies that are in an abusive relationship? Quickly.
I would advise you to choose your life, put you first, and do what makes you happy. So if you're in like abusive relationship, get out of it.
Thank you very much for that. Bimbola Teru, Julius Eshon, Waneka, Cherin, Bynum, Shola Oyegbade, and the rest of you that chatted me via Facebook. I appreciate and acknowledge you. And definitely, let's keep this fire burning. As much as possible, here is my take. Domestic violence is in our society, but it has to go down. The fight is not what one person can do. You need to encourage us. I will always be here making sure that I keep on with this fight. The best way you can do, let's share this video, let's love, let's comment. Let people see there are homes, there are people that need to listen. And my final thoughts tonight, if you're in any relationship that is abusive, the signs are always there. Unfortunately, I may not be able to pick any call this night. All right, so my new caller will talk again on Tuesday. I really appreciate the fact that you're calling. I will talk to you on Tuesday. Now, whatever relationship, if it is abusive, please, your life first. Find a way to exit, then you can negotiate from there. Life is very precious. Once you lose it, you can't get it back. And don't forget, the first blow may be the last blow. I have not been the only one at the studio tonight. I'm surrounded by a number of people making sure that everything we're doing is just going smoothly. And that's why you can see me here. I'm just the spokesman. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you to Miss Naquisha Stanley. And I do hope you will come again. I've enjoyed the show with you tonight, and it's been wonderful.
Yes,
thank
it
you
was
very
great.
much. All right. Behind the console and the camera, my very beautiful engineer, Georgina Bracco. She knows where all the buttons are, and I really appreciate you. All right. Ehiko Wecho, my PA. She makes sure that I dress well, speak well, read well, that I do everything well. Ehiko Wecho, thank you very much. Bukola Sarah has always been available, always knocking at those doors on commercials. She's out on the road right now, making sure that the money keeps rolling in. Bukola Sarah, wherever you are, God bless you. You're doing a very good job. My very own boss, the main man himself, the executive producer, Shino Ayo Oyinlola. That's the umbrella covering us all, making sure that all goes well. Thank you very much. And to all those of you in the studio that are too numerous for me to mention, I appreciate you. Thank you. We really have to go tonight. But don't forget, on Tuesday, we will be here. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and I'll see you at the other side of the divide.
Ìjàgbá òjé nìkan fa ọmọ yín kan lá. Ń pè ọ̀nà mi kọ̀dọ̀ mi. Ǹjẹ́ àwa lè dàbí ẹni à ń gbáǹgì? Ìgbè tí wọ́n lé. How are you, ma?
Good afternoon, Grandpa.
Yes,
Grandpa. See, your dishes are so well done. See, as you're doing dishes, I didn't know you could do this.
I do it very
You know, I spent so many hours doing it before.
No, not anymore.
That's good. You're taking care of us, Abby?
Yes.
And the lawn. I did how far? Because I've not gone outside. You know, you told me you would do the lawn today. Abby, haven't you? Well, you told me you did it.
I did it very morning.
Grandpa, don't embarrass me, Grandpa.
I did it very morning.
Oh, thank you. You know, you've been helping us. You've been helping out. I'm so happy.
I woke up 6 a.m.
Oh.
So I started doing it.
But that reminds me, you did laundry yesterday, and then you ironed your son, my husband's shirt.
Yeah,
There's that.
The blue shirt.
Yes. Do you know how much that shirt cost? And you burnt it. I saw the burn at the collar.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Mommy, I'm sorry.
My husband really likes that shirt too. In fact, why did I even ask him to wash it? The man is in prison. Did he have to wash it, and then does he have to iron it? Now that even got burnt.
I'm sorry, ma.
You don't have to address me like that. You're doing enough. So please, then how long will it take you to get to Anolua stores?
The Anolua store in Rosenborg.
Yes, in Rosenborg. Because we need yam. Then they have dried fish. They have ejalson. I need those ones too. Yes, so we'll be done with this like in the next 5 minutes, right?
Yeah,
so,
this will take me about 10 more minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes, okay.
I want it clear.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
But that one, do you mind if I take Tigo? I'll just order the app.
Okay, do you have Tigo on your phone now? You have Tigo downloaded.
I downloaded it.
Grandpa, our compliant. That's the latest ride-share company in town, you know?
Yes, right.
So that's good. So, Elosi Rosenborg, so you get the dried fish, and then the yam, So Sweet Bakery.
For the bread?
Yes, for the bread.
Okay.
So that you can take it to the going and all that.
I will go.
You have money with you, I believe?
No, the only money I have with me is the money I brought from Africa.
And it's your money now, it's our money. Won't you use your money to take care of us? Abby?
I will use it.
Thank you, Grandpa. You have been very, very, very nice, and then you have been taking care of us.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't let it break, oh.
It won't
break. Because it will be slippery the way you're...
No, it
Wake up. Good morning. Hey, my daughter. Wake up. Better. Better go get that wood. What's that smell? Kili, what's this?
Yesterday, me and my friends, we went out and enjoyed ourselves. We just had fun.
When did it? What are you doing? Grandpa? Demilade is smoking.
Not good. Go on.
And she's drunk. Look at. Can you perceive the odor? She's drunk. What's this now? What's this?
Is that?
Will you stop it? What's doing? Grandpa, and I said she's drunk.
I will do it now.
No, wait, no, now. Demilade.
I promise you, Mommy, I'll finish it. I promise I'll finish it.
Be serious for once. What is all this now?
I'm very serious.
What are you doing?
Mommy, sorry.
Please, leave it. Grandpa, please wait.
And I promise you 5 minutes, I'll finish everything.
I'm the one that did this. I have to do that thing. Oh, Demilade, when did all this come to you now? What kind of things, Grandpa?
I'm very serious.
You want to try. You supposed to try. Kilo come.
Grandpa, that thing. The incantation. Panmo, that thing you told me that day.
I didn't do it.
You did it now. Grandpa.
Mommy, I didn't do it.
No, Grandpa, please.
I did not, Mommy.
No, that one that you brought, you know this, you understand, this is what you remember this?
This?
Yes. This. Do you remember this thing that we will not say those things, the incantation, and I will not put my lips and...
He did not go. He told the guy that he was coming and...
Did he not did now?
He did not go. He did not go. Promise 5 minutes I'll do it. I promise you. 5 minutes.
No, Grandpa, leave the place.
5 minutes I'll finish.
Please, leave.
I'll finish it.
No, don't worry. That's not important right now. I need you to talk to her for me. I need us to scold her. She doesn't listen to me. I know she's drunk.
Them laddie. Mommy said I should talk to you.
Grandpa? Okay, Grandpa. No, Grandpa, don't do this. Come on. Grandpa, okay, wait.
Are you in Houston area and you need luxury style space, beautiful and elegant? Chairs, tables, furnitures, Asian design, high stage for celebrants, large free garage parking for guests. Wets Block Event Hall is all you need. Weddings, receptions, conference, baby showers, birthdays, graduations, rehearsal dinners, corporate meetings, trade shows, fashion shows, album or book launches. You can design and decorate any special event. Free appointment for a free quote. Check us out 7636 Allen Drive, Suite A115, Houston, Texas 77036 or 5711 Avenue, Suite A1A, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 832-351-0993 713-969-0362. westblog@gmail.com or at www.westblog.com. Planning, decorations, and distinction in stock. Think Westblog for your next.
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
10039 Business Street, Suite 338, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 346-426-5650 or 832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.